What is going on, guys? It's me, Top 10 Wrestling, and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another Who Remembers. I'm gonna get in the middle of the frame, this time for AJ Lee. So when AJ Lee first debuted in WWE, she was a cute, likable geek, but by the end of her run, she was an inspiration to many women worldwide and one of the most influential women's wrestlers ever. How did she do this? Do you remember? AJ Lee first debuted in the Divas edition of NXT, back when it was a terrible, terrible game show. Here she would actually get quite popular within the fans. She'd talk about the nerdy side to her and the very tomboyish side to her, which made her very likable to the fans. She actually didn't win this season of NXT. She came third behind Naomi, who was runner-up, and the winner, Caitlyn. AJ Lee would start wrestling on SmackDown in 2011, teaming up with Caitlyn as the Chick Busters, who were basically the female version of the Dude Busters, who were Trent Beretta and Kaylen Croft. But at this point, AJ Lee was very much just a jobber. Her and Kaylen were often getting jobbed out to the Divas of Doom, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, with AJ Lee often being the one who was pinned. But big things would start to come for AJ Lee when she developed an on-screen romance with World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan. This would see angles such as Big Show running into her and her literally like breaking her neck because Big Show running into her, and starting all these feuds that involved her, and she was in the main event feud of SmackDown, which was really big for her. The romance between Daniel Bryan and AJ Lee was pretty short-lived though, because at WrestleMania 28, Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds after AJ Lee distracted Daniel Bryan after they had a kiss. And Daniel Bryan ended things with her the next night on Raw because apparently it was AJ Lee's fault. The next few months, AJ Lee sort of just floated around, but then she got heavily involved in the CM Punk, Daniel Bryan and Kane feud for the WWE Championship. And this was pretty huge because it was the WWE Championship feud. She started to develop this amazing, crazy character where she just played this psycho who was in love with all three of them, and it was really good. Eventually the feud narrowed down to just CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, where there was a massive love triangle angle with AJ Lee being in love with CM Punk, but Daniel Bryan being in love with AJ Lee again. It saw angles such as AJ Lee kissing CM Punk before pushing him through a table, AJ Lee proposing to CM Punk, and then Daniel Bryan proposing to AJ Lee. The feud ended when CM Punk and Daniel Bryan fought at Money in the Bank with AJ Lee as the special guest referee, where AJ Lee was forced to count 1, 2, 3 to CM Punk to win the match. But it wasn't the end between AJ Lee and Daniel Bryan, as they were getting married on Raw 1000 after AJ Lee was proposed to by Daniel Bryan and she said yes. But there was a big twist when Raw 1000 hit. It turns out she wasn't saying yes to the marriage proposal, she was saying yes to becoming the Raw general manager. So midway through 2012, and AJ Lee has been involved in 2 World Championship feuds, and she's the Raw general manager. Now, I should say that her as the Raw GM really wasn't that effective and really didn't achieve much. It was cool to see her as the Raw GM and see what she had in store, as she was crazy, but at the same time, nothing really happened before she lost her general manager role. She then developed an on-screen romance with John Cena, so she has developed on-screen romances with all these massive stars, and she's been involved in all these main event angles. At TLC, however, in John Cena's match with Dolph Ziggler, AJ Lee cost John Cena match, and the next night on Raw at the Slammy Awards, AJ Lee hooked up with Dolph Ziggler, and that started that on-screen romance. At the start of 2013, Big E Langston was introduced to the WWE Universe, and that created the very iconic trio of AJ Lee, Dolph Ziggler, and Big E. Those were the days, man. At WrestleMania 29, AJ Lee was in the corner of Dolph Ziggler and Big E as they fought, but sadly failed to capture the WWE Tag Team Championships. But the next night on Raw, she was right there when Dolph Ziggler cashed in his Money in the Bank heavyweight contract to win the World Championship, and this was great. And then fast forward a bit to Payback, where AJ Lee has been feuding with Caitlyn for the Divas Championship, and in one of the best Divas matches of all time, AJ Lee defeated Caitlyn to win her first Divas Championship, and it was great. It was so cool to see this. It was so cool to see someone who's worked so hard and done so well in these main event angles come to the top and win the championship. And this match was so good as well, at a time where the Divas division was just awful and you wouldn't see many very good matches. AJ Lee and Caitlyn killed it. The next month at Money in the Bank, AJ Lee and Dolph Ziggler would sadly break up after AJ Lee cost Dolph Ziggler the match for the World Heavyweight Championship by mistake, but I thought this was quite a good thing. AJ Lee had proved herself, and it was the right time for her to go solo. Her and Big E teamed up to face Caitlyn and Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam 2013, but they were defeated. During AJ's Divas title reign, she defeated the likes of Nikki Bella, Natalya, Naomi, Caitlyn to retain the title, and she did become the longest reigning Divas Championship until the Raw after WrestleMania at 2014, when Paige won the Divas Championship from AJ Lee on her debut. AJ Lee would take a couple months off before returning to win back the Divas Championship from Paige, and the feud they had was really awesome. They had matches at SummerSlam, which was a really good match, a triple threat match at Night of Champions between her, Paige, and Nikki Bella, and then her against Paige at Hell in a Cell. And it was really good feud. It was the modern day Trish Lita, in my opinion, up there also with Charlotte and Sasha Banks. AJ Lee would lose the title to Nikki Bella at Survivor Series 2014 though, and Nikki Bella would go on to break AJ Lee's record-breaking reign, holding the title for days longer than her. AJ Lee would take some time off, but she'd return just in time for WrestleMania 31, where her and Paige became a team. Freaks and Geeks they were called, and they faced the Bella Twins at WrestleMania to win. But then sadly, the next night on Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania, will be AJ Lee's final match. What really sucks about AJ Lee's final match is that it was announced on WWE.com that she was retiring, of all places. There was nothing said on TV about it. She didn't get a retirement speech or anything. Someone so amazing and so good in the ring and so influential just announced on WWE.com, but we all know it was because she was dating CM Punk. So yeah, overall, AJ Lee had a really short but sweet run. 3 Divas Championship reigns, some amazing matches with the likes of Paige and Caitlyn, and she's one of the most influential divas out there, honestly. With the way the women's division is now and how good it is now, AJ Lee would fit in perfectly, so I can only dream of her returning. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smack the like button. It took me ages to make this video. I did this video unscripted. I just put a couple of notes down and just read off that, and because I remember quite well. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Smack that like button if you did. Follow me on Twitter at Top 10 Wrestling. My Instagram is at I'm Tom Bell. You can find good clothes from my own clothing line at noisyclothing.com. Goodbye and keep it rolling. Bye.